If you skip movies like these, are you even experiencing art? Don't want to speak too soon, but I do believe he'll be outdoing his previous work with Dune Part 2. And I'm so glad that I was not disappointed. Without a shadow of doubt, this has to be Denis's best piece of work for me. Adapting a show from the famous novel and then taking such a huge risk with Part 1, and also being able to not only merely manage, but to satiate the huge expectations with Part 2, Denis Villeneuve has done a commendable job with this sequel. And what I mean by the title "When You Wanted More" is when the credits started rolling after 2 hours and 46 minutes of pure, breathtaking drama on the beautiful IMAX screen, I just didn't want to leave. I knew there wouldn't be any post-credit scene, but I still didn't want to go. The last hour of the movie is sheer brilliance. The music, visuals, and character dynamics that hook you with the gripping performance, keeping you at the edge of the seat. The movie starts slow, but as we go further into the movie, further down the edge of the seat you go. The movie hits you from one high to another, and when you feel you have already hit the crescendo, it hits you with another high, but it never gets to a point where it's draining energy out of you. Maybe give you blue balls instead, as you are now totally invested in this world of Dune, and you're like, don't end it now. What happens next? What if Zendaya's character? And it's not that the movie ends abruptly or has an oversight of few characters, but it's because now you care for the characters and their actions so much that you want to know what becomes of them. You want to turn the page to read what lies ahead. That says a lot. Within 2 movies, we are able to resonate with the character motivations so much. It's amazing. The hard part was giving the sequel a proper continuity without it seeming like it's milking its reputation. And the hardest part was to have content that's worth almost 3 hours of your time. If Denis Villeneuve nailed that, do we even need to worry about the visuals and sound? Come on. More than the jaw-dropping visuals and shots that give you the scale of how magnanimous this world is, it was Hans Zimmer's music that did it for me this time. It cuts so deep and just sways you away from the very first frame to the end. The music speaks to you. It tells you what the characters are feeling, and when the music changes, it shows when their beliefs are changing. Because the characters are not always elucidating their feeling to the camera through dialogues, this is where music in this movie acts as dialogues and conveys so much without having spoken a word. Not only does the music hit another level when it's on, but even when it's not on, even the silence has been meticulously added in between scenes to provide more earnest tone and gravity, which in turn works to perfection. This is a proper adventure drama. The only way you're not going to like this movie is if your friend tells you that this is an action-packed movie and gets you to watch it without any context. Even then, you'd be happy you got to watch a good movie. This movie is about characters. Just like riding the worm, we are riding on their back, voyaging through their character journey as they get served what destiny has in store for them, or when they take decisions on their own. This includes a lot of internal struggles, intense conversations, moral dilemmas, trust issues, and some bit of action. In all departments, it does a stellar job, and most of its credit is to its fabulous cast, who are living and breathing House of Atreides, House of Harkonnen, Fremens, Emperor, leave alone main characters, and even the supporting cast members are giving it their all. Apart from just expressions and acting, even physical acting at times by Rebecca, or be it Zendaya showcasing her range of emotions as she goes on a roller coaster of sentiments in the later part of the movie. But the highlight for me obviously has to be Paul Atreides. In this same movie, he goes from one character to another. His belief changes with time, his actions and mannerisms so well adapt to those that it never feels like it's acting, it's a movie you're watching. I can't say more without going into spoilers, but as you watch the movie, you will realize Paul's character went to many changes since we first saw him, and that is so head-on portrayed. Talking about characters, there are some instances of humor being sprinkled at times through Stilgar's character, which is a new thing from part 1. It's not comedy, it's just very subtle sprinkle, and not very often. It's just me being picky because it caught me off guard, as all other characters are super serious all the time, but this thing never impacts your viewing experience at all. That's it, that's the video guys. To quote Paul Atreides from the movie, it's simply breathtaking. It's very rare movies like these are made and you get a chance to catch it while still in theaters, so definitely give it a watch in IMAX if you can. It's one of those rare occasions where as soon as the movie ends, you Google, is there going to be Dune Part 3?